All right, all the slats, flaps, ailerons are done. Table is cleaned off, ready for whatever next is going to get put on there. So right now what we're working on is the lift strut brackets. So we've got, I've already put these joints on. I made a jig for these. So the front or the rear spar, those are the same for each side. It looks, yeah, so those are the same. The front spar lift strut with the tie down loop, those are going to be different from left wing to right wing. In both cases, you're going to measure from this edge to 98 inches to the center of this hole here. Kind of get it close there. Put your hose clamps on. Same on the back. 98 inches from that end up to here. Center of this, and I just stuck some AN4 bolts in here. Since I had an old lift strut, I just made me a little jig for that to center these up. So looking down, you center the Hemerheim. I always mess it up. This little joint right here, just put it in the center, and then on this side, it's really no, it's just, it can only go one way, so just kind of make sure it's in there. And what that does is it locks it in the spacing for your strut, and it also makes sure it's centered on your spar. So once we get that, then the next step, we're going to drill out some holes, and I haven't read through it yet, but I'm assuming we'll drill them. Then we'll put a steel rivet in there. We're actually going through the spar, the I-beam here, so we'll probably use a longer rivet as well, in epoxy of course, and then we'll lock these in. These of course are not the AN4s, I just put those in there for alignment. So next step is we're going to start drilling out some holes. All right, got everything double checked. Got the clamps tight. Got these centered. Clamps tight over there. Those centered. About to start drilling. Check the. Looks like these are going to get the longer rivets. This row and then this row here. The rest of it will be small rivets because the spar, the I-beam is setting right here and down here, so you won't hit it at all down here, but you'll hit it right through this area right here. And the same on this one, you're going to hit it on that top area right there. So next step is start drilling these out to number 30 or 1/8 inch. All right, we got the front and rear lift strut attach brackets affixed. I've got them drilled in place, held in place. Next step is we've got to take them off, deburr everything, and then epoxy and rivet them back in. One thing to note, this rib here was up in place like right here. So as you're drilling, the reason why this one's not finished riveted is to set that position, and so you can move it out of the way and do this kind of work. We'll rivet, final rivet that one later, but everything's lined up. We did take out the middle drag tube so we could get to these here. We'll put those back in when we're done. So, make progress. All right, we got spars deburred, we got brackets deburred. I had put this jury strut bracket on earlier, but I wasn't going to epoxy it until I get the rest of it, so I don't have to deal with that monster too often. So just real quick, when it goes through the spar, which is these center ones and these back ones, and then these center ones and these back ones. You have to use a longer rivet. And the rivet is this SSD48 SSBS. It's just a longer rivet. So we're going to be using CPP 44s on everything but where it goes through the spar. So we'll epoxy, put those in place, cure them, and I'm going to go ahead and knock out these while I'm at it. All right, we got the center drag tube back in. We got our little helper out here. Hey, Big Mac, are you helping Papa? We got our rivets in, epoxy cleaned up, drag tube in. Also got the brackets for the jury struts. I don't know where you're taking that. Press a Big Mac. Are you gonna bring that back? Now, how I knew, you can kind of see because you can see the double, and when you're drilling, you'll know when you're drilling here and here, you're hitting that I-beam. So that's where those longer rivets go. So that's what it looks like in CAD. You can see the I-beam here. I've got the spar hidden so you can kind of see where they hit. But that's what it looks like on CAD. And then over here, that's the same view would be right there. So you're seeing these rivets are longer, these are longer. Then up here, it's these rivets and these rivets. So there we go. Lift strut attached are done. The jewelry attached brackets are done. Big Mac's got a hammer. You gonna start breaking stuff?
Yeah.
Why? Because why?
How are you doing something?
Yeah, you are gonna do something. Yeah, next weekend I think I'm gonna swap out the no technology truck with a semi-technology truck. Like and subscribe if you haven't, so we can get more people watching these videos. Next video I think we'll start on the bell crank stuff. Have a good one, guys.